And we're back with some more Washington Capitals franchise mode in FHM 10. And in this one, we are going to get through the rest of year number 4 and head into the year 4 offseason, as obviously we're still nowhere near being able to compete for a playoff spot, but we are improving. At the moment, we're 13th in the conference, 21, 34, and 3 for 45 points. Only minus 59 right now. I believe in the past couple of years, at this time of year, that would have been around minus 100. So we are certainly making progress. Some slow progress, admittedly, but it is coming together. You got Carson Lambos, who was approved to a 3.5 star. We traded for a Fanasev over the offseason. Crystal's a 3.5 star ability at 22 years of age. And then in the system, you got Ryan Lynn, the 4.5 star potential defenseman, 2-star talent. Alex Huang as well. Tomas Galvez, who's got the 4.5 star potential as a 21-year-old. And then Jeremy Larange as well, with a 4.5 star potential. And of course, not to mention Michael Misa as center, 2.5 star ability, 5-star potential currently in Saginaw. So this team's got a bright future ahead of it. Really, the only position we're lacking at the moment is in goal, of course, which unfortunately it seems Ivankovic's potential has gone down to a 3-star potential, still only a 0.5 star talent. And then Engstrom is a 3.5 star potential, 0.5 star talent. So we might have to make a trade for a goaltender at some point if neither of those guys pan out, or if we don't get somebody else in this upcoming draft. But, you know, I think this team's got a lot going for it in the future, and things should be starting to look up here from this point. We already made the one trade deadline move that I wanted to make in the last one, involving Miroshnichenko to the Islanders for a couple of picks, because he wasn't going to fit in anywhere on our team anytime soon. And actually, while I'm thinking of it, I want to point out a bug that I believe I have found. I'm guessing other people have seen this before, but just in case, I do want to point it out because it's something that could be easily missed. So let's take a look at the transaction log from 2024-25 in particular, because here you have several examples of what I'm talking about. So take a look at this trade, for example. Dubé and McMichael for a 3rd round pick, which turned out to be Drew Allison, a 3rd round pick, which turned out to be Jonathan Ekstrom, and then a 5th round pick, which turned out to be Owen McCarthy. Now take a look at these 3 trades that are right below it. Alexiev for a 4th, Oshie for a 3rd, Scarbosa for a 6th. You'll notice that despite the fact that this draft has already passed, there is no player next to any of these picks. But that's not the point I'm trying to make. So when I saw that, I thought, why is that? But then I realized all 3 of these trades here were trades that I made using this page right here, the shopping screen. I offered up a player and accepted the trades on this screen in particular. So all these trades right here, all 3 of these trades were made on that screen, and they're the only trades on here that do not have the players associated with their respective picks. And then all these trades up here that actually have the player associated with the pick were trades that were made on the trade screen. So the bug here is that the picks involved in trades made with the shopping page don't display who was drafted with them on the transactions page. So I just thought I would point that out because that seems like it could be something that's pretty easily missed. And I don't know if that has happened for any of you who also play this game, but that is something that I have noticed. So with that all being done, I think we're going to advance to the end of the regular season here. All right, the regular season of year number 4 has come to a close. We have finished 33, 45, and 4, 70 points on the season, so much better than the past couple of years for sure. Looks like we're starting to make some progress in terms of being a competitive team. Check the team stats: goals for per game, 3.04. 21st in the league. Goals against per game, no surprise, we're still way down there with 3.89, but it's getting better. Face-offs, we're still pretty weak, 48.9, 27th in the league. Got to get better at that. Power play, 27th in the league, 17.8. And penalty kill, 31st in the league, 74.5. Now let's take a look at the player stats. In goal, you have an 896 for Svetov in 67 games played, and Kepper in 23 games played with a 912. On defense, you have Carlson with 68 points, leading the charge in his first year as captain. Then you have Lambos with the breakout season, 53 points in 80 games played, and a 73 grade overall as well. Then you have Letang and York with 26 points, 25 for Iorio, 13 for Villeneuve, 8 for Kostenko, 1 for Krebs, none for Dumoulin in 16 games played. And forward-wise, you have Protas with 64 points, 61 for Afanasev, 58 for Phillips, 53 for Crystal, 52 for LaPierre, 42 for Kartai, 41 for Artamanov. So he finally goes a season without getting injured. That's good for him. Of course, his rookie season, he got that injury at the start of the season. And then last year was just absolutely brutal for him. 2 major injuries in a row led to only playing 5 games total. But looks like this year he has rebounded quite nicely. And Suzdalev with 25 points, 21 for Benson, 19 for Lind, 15 for Melanson, 14 for Carconi, 10 for Gauthier, and 2 for Misa in 7 games played. So with that being done, let's simulate through the playoffs and see who wins the Stanley Cup. It is June 22nd and the Stanley Cup playoffs are still not over. And the Stanley Cup finals, Chicago's up 3-2 on Ottawa, and we are 1 day away from the offseason signing window beginning. Yep, so it is June 23rd, and we still do not have a resolution to the Stanley Cup final. It is tied 3-3. So before we find out the winner of the Stanley Cup, we are going to sign some prospects here. And wow, we have a lot of prospects rights expiring this year. And I think I'm going to sign just about all of them, besides Highland. Highland, I think, is the only one I'm not signing. Yep, I'm signing everybody but Highland for the players whose rights are expiring this year. So Sjostrom, Reynolds, O'Brien, Metcalf, Ivankovic, Huang, Carrier, Cameron, Allison, and Elaine Samake, all getting signed here in this offseason. Oh, that was quick. Apparently they all signed on the day that I offered them. Is that part of an update or something? Did they update that? Where prospects just signed right away? Because there's no open offers right now. Or is that just because the Stanley Cup finals are still going? I don't know. The Stanley Cup finals have never gone this late in any of my save files, so that's it's interesting. And it is June 25th, and we finally have a Stanley Cup winner. It is the Ottawa Senators. They won in round number 1 against the Rangers. They beat Detroit in the second round. They beat Buffalo in the third, and Chicago in the Stanley Cup finals. Another guy I'm going to sign here is James Higgins. He appears to be ready for the NHL level. Yeah, I think it was because the Stanley Cup finals were still on. That's why all the prospects signed right away. Because now that I've offered Higgins and the Stanley Cup finals are over, Higgins is an open offer now. He's accepted right away. Interesting. So the question is now, do I sign Lynn now or wait 1 more year? I mean, he had a solid year in college here. 31 points in 44 games played, 75 average grade. I'll decide on that later, but for now, let's get to the awards. So for the Ted Lindsay and Art Ross, you have Connor McDavid, 120 points on the season, 43 goals, 77 assists. For the Maurice Richard, you have Mikko Rantanen, 54 goals on the season. For the Lady Byng, you have Mark Scheifele, 38 goals, 52 assists for 90 points. Then for the Bill Masterton, you have John Carlson. There you go. So Captain Carlson, he gets the Bill Masterton Trophy. The Mark Messier Leadership Award goes to Brad Marchand, 39 years of age at this point. Then for the Jennings Trophy, you have Mads Sogard of Ottawa, and he had a .902 save percentage and 269 goals against average in 65 games played. And now for the Hart, between Aho, McDavid, and Draisaitl, it is Connor McDavid. For the Conn Smythe, you have Josh Norris of Ottawa. And funny thing, Norris was actually, if I'm not mistaken, on Ottawa's trade block. Is he still there? Is Norris still there? No, he was. Now he's not. Yeah, they saw his postseason performance and said we can't have him on the trade block now. But before he was, I know I saw him there before. And I thought it was weird too, because Ottawa's obviously a very good team. But I think it was because of his no trade clause combined with his high salary. Because they got Sanderson on there too, with his 6-year deal at $8 million. And he's also got a no trade clause. And then for the Calder, between Tyler Brennan, Roman Schmidt, and Malcolm Spence, is Roman Schmidt of Tampa, 58 points on the season as a defenseman. For the Norris, between Shabbat, Matheson, and Heiskanen, it is Miro Heiskanen of Dallas, 82 points in 79 games played. For the Selke, between Anton Lundell, Tice Thompson, and Anthony Cirelli, it is Tice Thompson of the Devils, 24 points in 82 games played. For the Vezina, between Markstrom, Shesterkin, and Hellebuck, you have Connor Hellebuck of Winnipeg, 923 save percentage and 6 shutouts in 78 games played. My goodness. They barely gave him a break over there in Winnipeg. And for the GM of the year, between Sakic, Brisebois, and Dorian, it is Pierre Dorian. And for the Jack Adams, between Bednar, Brindamore, and Cooper, I'm guessing it's Bednar. Yep. And that'll do it for the awards. And season score, hey, we actually met our objectives. So we got a positive category, yay. And we only got 2 negative categories, so that's also a positive. Longevity bonus of 3, meaning our total season score is a career high so far of 15, bringing our total career score of 21. And we actually get points to spend this year, yay. Negotiating skill, get up there to 10. All right, so with all that done, let's advance to July 1st. Oh, there it is. John Carlson has also retired from the NHL. So that means the big three now of Ovi, Backstrom, and Carlson have now all officially retired from the NHL. And Chris Letang also retires. Dumoulin also retires. So everybody's retiring. So with it being July 1st, let's take a look at our roster and see what we need. Right, so I didn't re-sign Iorio or Villeneuve because they were asking for a little bit too much. 4.1. I don't know. He wasn't really too good. Let's take a look at his career stats again. 13 points in 49 games played last year. 58 grade. Yeah, I'm not going to offer that. As for Iorio, he had 25 points last year. 55 grade. What does he want? 1.9. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll do that for Iorio. I'll go 2 mil for 3 years as a starting point. Before, Iorio was asking for, I think, around 3 mil, so that's a nice decrease there. But I don't think I'll be re-signing Villeneuve. I'm not too big of a fan of his defensive category anyway. Although, to be fair, we have guys like Lin, Galvis, probably Krebs as well coming in this year, right? Huang as well, so I don't think we needed Villeneuve anyway. So where does this put our roster at? In goal, you have Prosvetov and Ivankovic. On defense, you have Lambos, York, Kostenko, Cameron, Galvis, Krebs, Huang, Reynolds, Allison, Elaine Samake, and Sjöström. I'm going to send all these guys down, the guys with the 1 stars. And then I guess I'll also send Will Reynolds down. That leaves us with 7. And at forward, Afanasev, Crystal, Artemanov, Suzdalev, Protas, Phillips, Kartai, Lapierre, Melanson, Lind, Misa, Height, Gautier, Benson, Carconi, Higgins, Metcalf, Carrier, and O'Brien. I'll send down O'Brien, Carrier, and Metcalf. I think I'll sign Ryan Lynn now. At forward, I think we're fine. We could use a backup goaltender. And on defense, maybe get a veteran. Whoa, okay, talk about veterans. You got Makar and Hughes in there. I don't think we're ready for them just yet. I mean, we're still in a building phase. They would certainly be nice to get, but I don't think either of them would agree to coming here. Oh, right. We are still signing Iorio. I forgot about that for a moment. So assuming we get Iorio, it becomes Lambos, York, Iorio, Kostenko, Cameron, Galvis, Krebs, and Huang. I'm not a big fan of Kostenko, to be honest, so I might drop him as well as possibly Krebs. He's not too good either. Like every time he's been in the NHL, he hasn't really shown me much because his defensive category is not too great as a defenseman. Let's try to get Alex Pietrangelo for some veteran presence there. He's already won 3 Stanley Cups, so I'm sure he wouldn't mind coming here, mentoring the young kids on defense. And he wants a very cheap 1-year contract. Of course, we're going to have to spend a little bit more than that anyway, so I'll just give him, I don't know, 5 mil for 1 year. And in goal, you have Swayman, Lukanen, Kochetkov, Tarasov, Huso, Georgiev, Vanacek, Vladar. I think I'll sign Yuri Patara. He's asking for a minimum contract, but I'll give him a little more just because we need to spend some more anyway. I'll give him 2 mil for 1 year. Oh, and you also have Rubinski, who grew to a 2.5-star talent. So yeah, I'm not signing any forwards here. We have plenty of forwards at our disposal. So once Lynn, Iorio, Pietrangelo, and Patara sign, we should be good to go. We're moving on with the rest of the offseason. With that, let's get to the draft lottery. Oh, actually, we need to get a new assistant coach. Ruzicka retired. Yeah, we need to do defensive coach there. I think it might be Mikko Kapanen. He's got 16 for coaching defense, 15 for coaching prospects, 15 for defensive skills, 16 for offensive skills, and 14 player management. So overall, it seems like he could be a good assistant coach to have there. 3 seasons. There you go. Welcome to the team. All right, time for the draft lottery. We are currently ranked at number 6. So here we go. Number 16, Dallas. Number 15, Calgary. 14, Minnesota. 13, Edmonton. 12, Vegas. 11, Montreal. So St. Louis moves up. 10, Islanders. 9, Arizona. 8, Pittsburgh. 7, your Washington Capitals. All right. Unfortunate, but it's fine. After the past 2 years of picking at, 1 and 2, I'll take 7. I mean, when you take a look at the prospects available, a lot of the top guys this year seem to be pretty close in potential besides Bergstrom. So I'm good with that. I'm good with number 7. And at number 6, San Jose. 5, Philly. 4, Toronto. 3, Florida. And 1, Boston. And with St. Louis at number 2. All right, time for the draft. There's no trades I want to make, so I think we'll just advance to our pick at number 7. And going first overall will be Doug Woolard with the 2.5-star potential. Very interesting. Let's see the personality. Oh, that's a good personality, actually. Yeah, that's a good personality. The bigger the game, the better he performs. I do like that. He would have been a good player to take, possibly in the second round. I don't know about first overall, but I suppose we shall see. Then you have Kenneth Bergstrom. So he is that player with the 4.5-star ability or potential rather. And you have Jackson Jacobson going to the Florida Panthers. Nigel Bohm going to the Toronto Maple Leafs, 3.5-star potential. And you have Yari Kalanen to the Flyers and Griffin Darby to the Sharks. So we still have our pick of 2 4-star potentials in Stellick, the goaltender, and Wagner, the left winger. Wagner looks like he's going to take a while. Stellick, I mean, we do still need to find our goaltender of the future, so possibly. But I'm not a big fan of taking a goaltender in the first round, so I don't know. I might just wait to the second round and see if he's still there. Then you have Samuel Verta, Alexander Bowman, Eric Tu, another goaltender, Paul Dutiome, another goaltender, Parker Pearson, another goaltender. Oh man, is this like, oh dear. Yeah, are we starting to get into the are we starting to get to that point where some of the players are now generated? I would imagine so, because he got 4 goaltenders in the top 7. That's great. You got Iro Passo on defense, Edvin Eriksson, Dennis Carlson, Yuri Rausa. Physical ratings are good. All around pretty solid, actually. 1.5-star ability. Decent personality. 6'4", 215 pounds. 51 points last year in the Slovakian League. 70 grade. I might take Rausa just because he's the closest to being NHL ready. Also, the most well-rounded. I could take Wagner, but he just looks like he's going to be a project. I don't know. Maybe Verta as a defenseman. His personality is not bad, but his ratings overall just are not very impressive, besides passing at 16. Bowman's defensive and mental ratings are a bit eh. I mean, Rouse is by far the most NHL ready. Oh, actually, but you also have Cage Smith, who's also a 1.5-star ability, 3-star potential. What about his personality? Yeah, it's not bad. Not bad. 76 points last year, 70 grade. Unfortunately, they're both centers, which is the position that we're strong at. So I don't know. Do I just take one of them and hope I can convert them into a winger? But neither of them really had too high of a rating at wing. Smith has a 14 left wing. Ross has a 13 for a left wing. I'm going to keep looking. I want to see if I could find a winger or a defenseman. Rhett Sather might not be bad. He's got some really well-rounded attributes and a 17 puck handling. Personality is good. 56 points last year, 75 grade. Oh, Passo is one of those ones who has the bigger the game, the better he performs. And he's got the 3-star potential, so I might have to take him just for that. What did you do last year? Ooh, 79 grade. That usually translates pretty well to the big leagues. 25 points in 24 games played. Yeah, I think I'm going to take Passo with this pick. The 4-star potentials, frankly, are underwhelming in Stellick and Wagner. I mean, if Stellick's still there in the second round, then I'll take him, but I'm not taking him with the first round pick. Yeah, I'm going to go with Passo here. Welcome to the Washington Capitals, Iro Passo, and simulating ahead to the second round. Rouse is still there. Unfortunately, the 4-star goaltender is not there anymore. That's fine. But looks like actually all of the goaltenders have gone. Yeah. All of the goaltenders have indeed gone. I don't know. I personally, like I said, I don't like to take goaltenders in the first round. So the time being, at least, I'm fine with not getting any of those guys. So instead, I think we'll just take Yuri Rausa here. Welcome to the team. And now we have another second round pick. So let's see if we can find anyone with that really good personality trait. Ooh, Benjamin Josephson. Big game performer on left D as well. And he's not... It looks like he might be a project, but if he pans out, he could be good. Could be a clutch performer. I'll keep looking, but definitely want to keep my eye on him. Oh, here's another one. Elias Perala. The bigger the game, better he performs. Isn't in it for the money. Very much going to be a project, but still someone worth keeping an eye on. Yeah, I think I'll take Josephson here. I mean, it seems like he'll be a bit of a project, but if he pans out, he should be a pretty good playoff performer. So, Benjamin Josephson, welcome to the team. Now I think I'll take Colin Dustin. Very good screener, good team player. Physical ratings are good. 2.5-star potential, 1-star ability. I didn't actually have him on my draft list, but I do like the look of him, so I think I will take him with this pick. This pick, it's between Tommy Godbout and Gadiel Bin Nabi. Bin Nabi has the higher potential, but Godbout has the personality that I really like. Yeah, I think I'll take Godbout here. And the 6th round, I believe this is our last pick. You got the goaltender, Pavlinsky. You got Igor Zoteyev. Good passer, good offensive read, good determination. At this point in the draft, that's not a bad player. Oh, controversy will follow. Never mind. I think I'll just take the goaltender. No one else here is really impressing me too much. So welcome to the team, Vasily Pavlinsky. So with the draft being done, let's just advance until we get Pietrangelo, Iorio, and Patera on board. And it seems we have to renegotiate with Iorio. Give him 2.6. There it is. And it seems we have everybody signed now. With that, I think we'll end things off here. It's been a busy enough episode as is. So in the next one, we will get through the rest of the year 4 offseason and start year number 5. See you guys then.